It's Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. It is day 42 of my purpose-driven life journey, and I think I did not orchestrate this, but I think it is very symbolic and appropriate that I'm walking into a new decade of my life with more freedom, and the end of that purpose-driven life journey came on National All Black Folks Are Free Day. Even if we still don't have all our freedoms. I mean, legally we do, but that's the story for another day. So welcome to day 42, guys. The title of today is The People Pleaser Trap. I think I've hit on this in a lot of other videos that I've done, and I think it's a running theme through my life, that I can be a people pleaser. I'm non-confrontational by nature. I don't want to fight with anybody. I'm not argumentative. Don't let my brother tell you that I am. As a general rule, I do like to keep the peace. So with just in everyday life, I don't go around arguing and fussing and fighting with people. The way I treat my immediate family is a little bit different. I am more willing to confront things that typically we would sweep under the rug. But I haven't always been that way. When we started doing therapy, I became a lot more vocal about what I liked and what I didn't like, and what I found to be appropriate and what I did not find to be appropriate. I had reached a point in my life where I was done with people pleasing with my immediate family. And I think it's because you start working through those things with the people that you're most comfortable with, and then it branches out to other people. So in a general sense, like I said, I am a people pleaser. Whatever the crowd wants, even within my family, like if we're going out to eat or whatever the crowd wants, I'm fine with that. I can find something to eat anywhere. Or just as a general rule, I'm cool with whatever the majority wants. I'm not argumentative. I'm not confrontational. But I do think it has led me to become more of a people pleaser, like at work and in my relationships with other people and my associates and all that. And even just from reading the chapter, even my hesitancy to do these videos was, what are people gonna think of me? This is weird. You gonna continue to be the Jesus freak. And I worried about that because, first of all, Bible Study Girl, the name, puts you in the mind frame of a certain type of personality, right? And so I don't want to, even though that's the name of the blog, I don't want to be pigeonholed as that. Does that make sense? Like, I'm more than that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so I was very hesitant to do these videos, not to mention, because like, again, I think I can fall victim a little bit to people pleasing. But with that being said, there are so many things I do in my life where I don't care, because I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm not going to please the people. You can ask anybody in my immediate family. Once I make a decision, I'm pretty stuck on it, and you're not going to move me. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So I said all that to say that this chapter hit home for me in different ways, because there are definitely different areas of my life where I lean into people pleasing. I lean into not standing in my truth, or not even sticking up for myself. And so I needed that reminder. And for you, that might not be something you struggle with, I think, as hard as I do, but it is definitely something I need to be cautious of, especially after I've gone through 42 days of meditating, talking to God, listening to his voice, and really leaning in to see what he wants of me. what he wants of me may not be what people like and what people think is cute or what people agree with. But at the end of the day, he created me uniquely with a unique set of gifts, skills, all those things, because he has a purpose for me and he has something he wants me to do. And if I get caught up in the trap of pleasing people, I'm going to miss out on what he's put me here to do. So I think it was an appropriate closing. I've spent so much time looking at purpose and what I'm here for and why he put me on this earth. And so I think it was appropriate, like I said, to close out with, you cannot get caught up in people pleasing. You've learned all of this knowledge. How are you going to apply it? How are you going to live it in your life? And so I'm excited to see what year 40 has in store for me. And I'm excited to see how I rise to the challenge and the opportunities that are presented to me this next year. I'm not naive. I know that life's, I was not prepared for the storm mentally or even expecting the storm that I went through in 2021. But even with that, God was gracious, and I've learned some key lessons and some key things that I can take away and that have helped me. And I was listening to a podcast today, and this man was talking about all that he's been through, and he's been through some horrible stuff. And I forgot what the interviewer asked him, but he said, a faith that hasn't been tested is not a faith. It's just, a belief. My faith has been tested. 2021, of course, my faith has been tested before 2021, but 2021 was a pivotal year in my life. It was a traumatic year in my life, and my faith was tested. Like, what do I believe? What do I truly believe? And who is my faith in? What does that really look like? And I don't consider it a failure. I think other people may consider it a failure, but I don't consider it a failure, because when I was at my very lowest, that's when I saw God the clearest. Not right when I was in the midst of it, but as I started to come up out of that thing, I think I recognized God for who he is, in a deeper way, in a more profound way, in a more real way. The fact that I'm still alive to me and in my right mind, even though my family, they be acting like I'm crazy, I'm not. The fact that I'm alive and in my right mind is a testimony to God's grace and mercy. I shouldn't be. It was a lie. It was a lie. It was a lie. And so those periods of trials really showed me you believing in the solid rock. That's the only thing that's carried you this far. So for me, purpose-driven life was a great opportunity for me to get activated, to get ready, to move, to shake, to tear it up for the Lord, and to be really committed to his purposes for my life, and to lean into him. And when I hear his voice, to act on that, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's not in my quote unquote plans, his plan is greater than anything I could ever imagine. And it's mine. I get the opportunity. I wasn't even going to just say it's my job. It is one of my responsibilities, but I get the opportunity to walk through life with him. That's amazing. And I need reminders like that. You may not need them, but I need reminders like that. I'm going to read this end of the chapter, and then I'm going to read the verse, and then I'm going to be out. But it was profound. To me, it blessed me tremendously. It might not hit with you. So get the book for yourself, read it, and find out what hits for you. So this is what he says. My sincere prayer is that you will begin to experience all that God has in store for you. No mere man has ever seen, heard, or even imagined what wonderful things God has ready for those who love the Lord. And I stand on that promise. In good days and when my days are not so good, I stand in that and I believe in it. It has truly, that's my personal testimony. I can't even imagine what he has for me. Okay, so the last verse of our Purpose Driven Life review is Even if my father and mother abandon me, the Lord will hold me close. That's Psalms 27:10. Thank you for walking with me through this journey. It's been a ride. I just said walk. Some days the Lord definitely carried me, baby, because your girl was tired. But I'm grateful. I look forward to looking back on this, on the videos, maybe even a year from now, to see if I still have that same vim and vigor, if your girl is still enthusiastic about interacting in all the opportunities that God has provided for me. My prayer is that I will be, but I'm also very well aware of the fact that we go through seasons, ups and downs, the rises and falls. And though God is constant, my emotions, child. So even though Purpose Driven Life Review has ended, Bible Study Brother and I are going on a different journey on the Bible Study Girl podcast. We are going to be reading through the book Boundaries, and we will be talking through it chapter by chapter. I'm hoping it will help he and I to establish healthy boundaries. I read the book, and our therapist asked us to read the book years and years ago, and he never did. And by he, I mean my brother. And so we are going to walk through that together on the podcast, and we're going to talk about it in real time, week by week. So keep your ears listening for that. That'll probably start within the next 3 weeks. Our podcast is a longer format. Typically, we keep episodes to 30 minutes because that's about all I can handle. And I'm interested to see what kind of discussions will come forth as we discuss boundaries, what healthy boundaries look like in Christian relationships and just in relationships in general. I cannot think of the author of the Boundaries book. I have it in my bedroom, but so I'm sure, we're gonna try to have our podcast in a visual format for the YouTube channel, but if not, you can go to BibleStudyGirl.com to listen to any of the podcasts, and you also can find the Bible Study Girl podcast on any streaming platforms. Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify, take your pick. It's up there. So, yeah, thanks for journeying with me. I don't know if I will be doing any more individual videos, but I'm appreciative that you took time out of your day to listen to me talk about my life and my journey with Christ. It's been real.